Hi everyone, it's Sven here from WP Toolkit, and today I want to talk about the importance of plugin README files and how to increase your visibility dramatically by translating your README files into different languages. The README file gets delivered in the zip file as a readme.txt, and you can't deliver multiple translations of it. This needs to be done within the ecosystem of WordPress, and I want to guide you quickly through it and also point out how important it is to take care of good translations for your README file. I'm here on the WordPress plugin repository, and you can see that I'm here on the English version of the repository. But WordPress.org is multilingual, and if you put your language code like mine, de. here, you get the German version of WordPress.org. And that is quite interesting. Every plugin on WordPress has a landing page. Let's quickly take a look at that landing page. And this landing page is created from the README. All the text, everything around the landing page you get here is defined in the README. So if you translate your README into multiple languages, that opens your market to these local markets so that people who don't speak English can understand your plugin and use it. It's getting even bigger if you think about the search result. If we go to plugins and we search for a plugin, let's say we search for a plugin in the English market, we can take one which I developed, Google Fonts. You want to get found. You want that people find you really quickly, and if you scroll here, you can see my plugin, it's really on the top. It's on the first page at least. Now, if I switch to the German market and I don't have a translation for that plugin yet, you can see that I'm gone. Because I don't provide a German version of my plugin. Every WordPress plugin has this landing page we are talking about. And on that landing page, you have these tabs. And under development, you can find the place for any plugin where the translation is done and gets managed. And then you can select any language and you have a stable README file. And you can see here is the README, the English version, and on the right side you have the translation. So now you could go and translate each of these strings individually. But of course, it's really hard to translate languages which you are not a native speaker of or which you really know well. And that's where our service is taking place. Because our artificial intelligence is trained to translate your plugin with the correct cultural background and with the WordPress glossary. Every language has its own glossary in WordPress. You can find the glossary always here. You click on local glossary and then you can see how different names, for example, administrator, is translated into that language. It's not just easy doable by automatic translation. You need to follow the rules of every glossary and the cultural background and the style guide and many other rules which come up during the review process. If you take a look into the review process of Translate WordPress.org, this is done by humans. You commit your language, a plugin translation editor reviews and give you feedback. And we're using that feedback to train our AI agents. I want to show you how quickly this can be done. The first thing we do is we need to grab the slug of the plugin which we want to translate. And we take that slug and we go to our service. In your profile under translations, you select WordPress.org README file. So and the only thing you need to do is make sure that you have the correct slug. Now let us select the language. Could be Chinese, for example. And in the moment when we press save, the translation starts. And yes, everything will be taken in account. The glossary, the style guide, cultural background, and the feedback from previous translations that we got during the review process, so that you get the best result in any language, even if you are not a native speaker or have a professional translation editor in your team. Now let's pause and I will come back when this is completed. So the translation is now nearly completed. We are at 95%. Here we can find our newly created translation. We can see it's a Readme file. We can see the Chinese local prefix. We have links to the landing page and also to the translation where it gets managed. And here you could now grab the translations and add them one by one. We are in the process to train our artificial intelligence to do that deployment step for you. But this is a critical step where credentials are needed. You need to log in so that you can deploy the strings, and we do not offer that at that point. We're working on it in the background, and hopefully in the nearest future we can do the deployment for you. At the moment, you need to go to the translation itself. You can review the translation and change things, but of course this is Chinese, so you won't be able to understand much. But what you can do is you can grab the translation and paste it in here so that you have the translation ready and can submit it under your username to WordPress. All right, I hope that video helps you and makes you keen to translate your WordPress plugins into many languages so that you get a bigger visibility and have the benefits of local markets from people who don't speak English. If you like that video, please subscribe to the channel and give me a thumb up. Stay tuned for upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.